Alright, so here's the story. When I first started thinking about getting into the YouTube game, it seemed like all my favorite creators had a shotgun mic on top of their camera. And then when I started making videos, I most definitely didn't like the sound of the onboard mic on my camera. And I'm sure you'd agree that it sounds horrible. I know. And so like everybody else, I grabbed the shotgun mic. And the shotgun mic that you're currently listening to is the Comica VM40. But the problem I kept running into in my various studios over the years was the issue of room echo and reverb. And my current studio has concrete walls, and even after adding rugs, some furniture, and even a little sound treatment, the echo is still a bit out of control. So come to find out, shotgun mics are great for outdoors, and they can be good indoors too. But they're not the best mic for indoor use when the space is real echoey. And I'm not sure echoey is even a word, but you get the picture, right? So after doing a little bit of research, I found out that pencil condenser microphones are actually the best at rejecting room reverb. But the issue is that the good ones are quite expensive. But fortunately, I found a workaround, which is this bad boy right here, the Shure SM57, which is actually a mic designed for instruments, but it sounds great on the voice as well. It's classified as a dynamic cardioid microphone, and to me, it actually sounds a lot like the Shure SM7B, which is that microphone that you see being used in most professional podcasts. But while the Shure SM7B cost over $400, the SM57 only costs about $100. But let me go ahead and switch over to the SM57 so you can see the difference, or so that you can hear the difference rather. Now personally, I think this is a big improvement, but the main disadvantage to this microphone when compared to normal shotgun boom mics is that this microphone has to be maximum 1.5 feet away from you. Any further than that and it doesn't sound good. Whereas with many shotgun mics, they can be boomed even up to about 3 feet away from you while still sounding decent. Nevertheless, if you could keep it at a maximum of 1 foot to 1.5 feet away from you, like I am now, then it sounds pretty good. But where this mic really shines is when it's close to you. So if you keep it about 5 inches away from you and use it as a handheld mic like I'm doing now, or if you put it on a stand and use it as a podcasting mic, that's where it performs best. Now keep in mind that this is an XLR microphone, but it doesn't require phantom power. So what I did is I just bought a cheap adapter that takes it from XLR to 3.5mm audio so I could plug it in straight to my camera. But then I got to thinking, would this mic sound even better if I used it the way it was intended with an actual XLR interface? So that led me to go out and buy the Hot Shoe XLR adapter for the Lumix S5 Mark II. And whether you shoot Canon or Sony or whatever, most camera brands have an XLR adapter that you can place on your hot shoe. And if your camera brand doesn't have one, then you could get the Zoom H1. But in that case, you'd have to sync the audio in post. So all of the audio from the SM57 that you've been listening to so far was actually recorded with the XLR interface. But let me go ahead and switch over to the cheap adapter so you can see what that sounds like. So now it's plugged in straight to the camera via the $20 little XLR to 3.5mm adapter. And you could probably hear a little extra noise and hiss in the background. But honestly, for 20 bucks, it's not bad, and it's nothing that a little bit of noise reduction in DaVinci can't resolve. Man, that was pretty sly there, bro. It's nothing that a little noise reduction in DaVinci can't resolve. They gotta buy one of your LUT packs now, considering how crafty you are and everything. My bad, I blanked out there for a second. So let's get back on track. This is what the 3.5mm adapter sounds like without any post-processing. And this is what it sounds like with a little noise reduction and other minor processing. Now just as a heads up, I also went out and purchased the Sennheiser MKH50 pencil condenser microphone, which set me back about 1,400 bucks. So that was quite painful. But from what I've heard, it's the absolute best microphone to use indoors, especially in reverby spaces. So I'll most definitely be making a video about that microphone as well, letting you know if it was worth the money or not after I use it for a bit. Now if dropping that kind of cash on a microphone sounds insane and you prefer to keep it reasonable, then I think the SM57 does the trick. And I left links in the description to the Shure SM57, the XLR adapter and interface, and everything else I talked about in this video. And by the way, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future reviews and tutorials. And as a disclaimer, I'm not saying that shotgun mics are no good, not by any means. They're actually some of the most versatile microphones out there. especially the Comica VM40, which you were listening to earlier, because not only can it be used as a normal shotgun boom mic, but it's actually wireless as well. And it also has a few other tricks up its sleeve. And so I most definitely suggest that you watch this video next, where I tell you all about the Comica VM40. I appreciate you watching to the end, and I'll see you in the next video. It's Full9 Creative signing out. Peace.